Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you pretty late tonight for this next album review for the third Marathon Studio album review in All Time Low's discography for Nothing Personal, the 2009 record that I got a chance to listen to for all 13 tracks. I'm including an extra bonus track, which is Poison, to the 12 tracks that are officially on the record. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for All Time Low's Nothing Personal record and let you know my thoughts on this album overall. So let's dive into this album review now. It starts with Weightless. It starts off with a weird pop synth kind of beat, but it starts progressing as it goes on and it gets a little better. So I'd give this a 5 out of 5 for this one. It's a strong track. It just starts off quirky at first, but you do get some good guitar work and drum work as the song picks up and sets itself to be a pretty hyped up track to really enjoy and jam out to. So I think Alex Gaskarth pulled it off for what they, and the band pulled it off for what they wanted to go for with this track. 5 out of 5. Break Your Little Heart is a strong track. Really enjoyed this one. I like Alex Gaskarth's vocals in this one. Sounds pretty strong, and execution-wise, pretty good song. Definitely instrumentation is amazing in this song. 5 out of 5. Damned If You Do, Damned If I Do Ya, Damned If I Don't is how it's pronounced. I said damned if you do. I meant to say damned if I do ya, damned if I don't. So it's a more sexualized track. It's not one of my favorites, but it's solid for what it goes for. So it's going to get a 4.75 out of 5. Pretty good song. It plays it safe for most of the drumming and guitar work. And Alex Gaskarth's vocals have its good moments and weak moments in the track. Mostly the verses kind of get odd. They're kind of a bit of an oddball. But other than that, it's fine for what it goes for. So it was a single for the record. And so was Weightless and Lost in Stereo as well. So I'd give this a solid 4.75 out of 5. Lost in Stereo, strong track for how it sounds. I really enjoyed this one. I'd give it a 5 out of 5 as well. It's a pretty strong song. It plays it safe. And Alex Gaskarth's vocals are pretty strong in it, and the vocal range from him does very well in this one. And I mean, the chorus is a bit repetitive, but it's strong in its own way. And the instrumentation is the best aspect about the track. Stella is a strong track too. Really enjoyed this one. Definitely had some good vocals from Alex in this track. Alex Gaskarth's vocals were pretty strong in it, and just the execution of the drumming and guitar work was pretty good. So I really dug this track. It was definitely a song I was really jamming out to. So 5 out of 5. Sick Little Games is a pretty good song in its own way. Not one of my favorite ones, but it's solid for what it goes for. So I'd give it a 4.75 out of 5. I think the vocals from Alex Gaskarth are solid in its own way, and just execution-wise, this track performed alright, and it played it safe in a pretty good way. So, yeah, 4.75 out of 5. Hello Brooklyn. I do like some of the verses in it, but it's just when the chorus comes in, it gets very chanty, and I don't know if I feel for the anthemic chanting vocals, but it's not bad in its own way, but it just plays it safe in a pretty good way. So it's another 4.75 out of 5 for this track. It's solid for what it goes for, and it's definitely something I'd listen to again, but not something I would say is my favorite song. Walls is a strong track. Really enjoyed this one. 5 out of 5 is well deserved for this one. It's the 8th song on the record, and it did pretty well with Alex Gaskar's vocals, and just the drumming and instrumentation in it is pretty strong too. So 5 out of 5. Too Much was a more melodic track that I really enjoyed. Definitely has some vulnerability with Alex Gaskar's monotone, like falsetto vocals time to time. So it does pretty well in its own way, and it's probably one of the highlights for the record, and a more serious emotional track that I could get on board with. So 5 out of 5. Keep the Change, You Filthy Animal. Pretty good track. Definitely a pop punk song to really get hyped up for. Um, so basically, uh, this track did have good vocals from Alex Gaskarth, and just the execution of the instrumentation in it is pretty good. And I like the verses. I like the chorus when it comes in and all that kind of stuff. So 5 out of 5. A party song, The Walk of Shame. Pretty strong track too. I mean, it is a definite pop punk party kind of song, but they play it in safe in a good way and make it a interesting track of a listen. So a 5 out of 5 is well deserved for it. Therapy is the official last song on the Nothing Personal regular edition, but it is a strong track to end this record officially for the regular edition. So it's nice vocals from Alex Gaskarth for most of it. The drumming in it's pretty strong, and just the guitar work is solid for what it goes for. So 5 out of 5. And then finally, we get Poison to close out the official deluxe edition. I didn't want to include the other deluxe edition tracks because they were not something I would listen to too much. I mean, it'd probably be something I'd listen to, but I just didn't really care to listen to it. Just the extra track. So, Poison has good vocals from Alex Gaskarth in it for the most part. I mean, overall, the drumming and guitar work is pretty strong for what it goes for, so it's another 5 out of 5. And overall, production, mixing, and execution wise, do I like this all time low, Nothing Personal record? Yep, it is a really good album. I really enjoyed this record, and I had a good time listening to it. I can see why a lot of people praise this album. The first 3 albums are really good. I mean, the first album is not everyone's cup of tea, but I found it to be pretty good in its own way. There were a few hit or miss tracks with the first record, The Party Scene, but with this record, I really enjoyed how the evolution of All Time Low keeps going as you progress through their discography, and it turns out to be a strong discography for the most part. I mean, a few hit or miss albums, but nothing to the point where you're gonna really dislike this band. I know this band gets a lot of flack because of the guitarist is falsely being accused of sexual assault, which is completely wrong and utter bullshit. Because I think the girls that are coming out and saying that about him, no. They're just trying to ruin his reputation, and apparently All Time Low's filing a lawsuit against those girls, and apparently they backed off afterwards. So pretty much what I gathered with this record, to get back on the topic, sorry I drifted into a topic where it just mentioned the band's a little controversy in a way, but not extreme controversy. It's just something they get a bit of flack for, and some some fucking chicks or whatever try to ruin a man's reputation, and it's completely false and wrong to do something like that if he's really not guilty. Because if you go around making false claims, it's not going to look good on you. It's going to make you look like the piece of shit. And people are going to really trash you. But other than that, I think Nothing Personal was a strong record, and 9 out of 10 is well deserved for this record. Really good album. Definitely recommend you guys check this album out if you have not listened to All Time Low, Nothing Personal, the 2009 record. I will be reviewing Dirty Work on Friday, so I'll probably have a premiere video for that album tomorrow night. We'll see what I could do. But other than that, that's mostly what I wanted to come at you for. So 9 out of 10 for All Time Low, Nothing Personal, their third studio album for this Marathon Studio album discography reviews that I've been doing since Monday. I will be doing Dirty Work on Friday, the whole deluxe edition, the whole entire record of 16 songs, I believe. And then it'll be Don't Panic, that record, and then to continue forward. I'm going to try to finish it up by February 28th, so hopefully you guys will enjoy what I'm offering to you. So with that being said, thanks for watching this review tonight, and you guys have a good night.